Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we've got another reference photo and I'm going to show you how to draw this one using the Loomis method. So if you want to learn how to do that, watch the video to the end because you don't want to miss any single part. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the circle as usual. So once I draw the circle, I'm going to look for the side plane of the cranium and I feel like it's going to be right about here. Because his face is wider, even though it's a 3/4 pose, we see more of the front plane than the side plane. Alright, so once we draw the side plane, it's time to go ahead and draw the brow ridge. So I want to start from here and I'll go all the way to the side. The hairline is going to be roughly around here and then maybe the bottom of the nose here. These thirds should be equal, not necessarily, but we are using average proportion in this particular case. So I'm going to just place the bottom of the chin around here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and connect that to the chin, to the jaw area. So I feel like the jaw is going to start here. Observe this really nice square shape. His head is more rectangular than any other shape. I'm not taking any measurements right now, so I'm relying on my observation. Sometimes taking measurements can be a little bit time consuming. That chin bone is pretty wide, so the neck starts here, maybe here like this. The ear sits here and it's at the same level with the nose, as you can see. And then I'm gonna bring it back like this maybe. So I'm relying on my observation and I'm going as quick as possible, place those things in place before I start double checking my measurements. Okay, so there is a skin fold here. As you can see, it's a nice plane. So I'm gonna add the side plane of the cheek. Like this. Here we see a little bit of the side plane. I'm gonna add the neck first before I start adding some details on the face. Some crease there. I don't know if you can see the bottom, so let me adjust it. Alright, so as you can see here, we're gonna just add maybe some rhythm lines. Okay, the shoulder here. Maybe I made his neck wider, but that's fine. And now I'm just gonna add, this nice shape of the face of the hair. So I'm gonna start with the back. I'm focusing on the overall shapes. I'm not trying to draw individual details. So instead of going now higher, I'm gonna come here and add the hair on this side. Maybe I made, let's see. I know I'm going quick, but that's the aim of these quick studies. Oh, there is one hair stroke here, or strand. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the center line of the face to help me keep things in proportion. I'm gonna start maybe adding some contour lines to have an idea where I'm gonna place the features. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and draw maybe the eyebrows. I feel like the eyebrow is gonna be here, and the top of the eyebrow maybe here. I'm focusing on lines. I'm not drawing any curvy lines. Okay, so for the nose, to do that, I like to draw a box first. I will determine the width of this. So from the brow ridge, maybe from the eyebrows, I'm gonna draw a straight line here, and the same thing here. And once I do that, I'm gonna determine the bottom plane, because for me the bottom plane is the most important plane. As you can see here, the keystone shape is not that clear, so I'm just gonna imagine that, and from there I'll connect that to the nose. Here on the on the eyes, I'll draw the shape of the eyebrow. Maybe add a plane here. So I'm just gonna use this one eyebrow here and use a straight line to find, the tear duct. And up until now, I'm not using any measurements. I'm just observing the reference photo. I'm using my knowledge to kind of get the proportions that I want. Okay, so let's draw the eyes, the top eyelid, and I'm observing this distance here between the eyebrow and the top eyelid or the upper eyelid. So I'm drawing 3 lines instead of one curve like this. I'm drawing 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and for the bottom eyelid it's gonna be 2 lines. So this is how I like to do that, but not all the time. Let's draw the same thing here, but 2 lines instead of 3. And the bottom eyelid as well, the lower eyelid. Maybe I'm making this eye too small, but that is not a big problem. Let's keep going. So I'm gonna use this one here and draw the other one, and I feel like this is on the same line, so maybe I should adjust the nose bridge like this. We can see the side plane of that nose, so let me bring that out. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just gonna keep going. So here we can see the bone of that side plane. Okay, there is 3 different planes for the forehead, and this one here is the one that is close to this one in a certain light position. Like in here, the light, before it turns to dark, it hits this plane and becomes a little bit darker before it completely turns into dark. Maybe I should come here and add some details on the nose. Maybe here his top lip is thinner than the bottom lip, and the bottom lip, as you can see, it's bigger. The bottom plane of that bottom lip, I'm gonna erase some guidelines that I don't need anymore. And this area is really dark, so I'm gonna make sure I add some line weight right there. So the lower eyelid is gonna be bigger, and maybe I add the plane here. Maybe I'm gonna draw the bottom plane of that eye socket. Alright, so there is this area here that connects to the inside of the eye socket. Okay, the tear duct maybe here, like this. So the corner of the mouth aligns with this area here. The iris here aligns with the corner of the mouth. So I'm focusing on lines, even though there are some really subtle curvy lines there, but I'm focusing on line. It's easier and it's more effective. Okay, the top lip have that V shape. And the bottom lip, I usually draw just the bottom plane, like here, just the bottom. I don't draw this area here until I start shading. It's pretty messy, but it's okay. I'm done with the line weight. Now it's time to add some shading. So what I do when I shade, I put down the shadows first, like on inside the eye socket, underneath the nose area, the mouth in general, the corner of the mouth, the underside of the mouth, the bottom of the chin. I like to shadow map those areas. So for example, the bottom of the nose, if there is a shadow there, I like to draw the shadow first before I add that particular shadow, like this. Here as well, if there is a shadow there, I like to map that out just like this. Feel like I need to start with the eye socket first. Okay, so the eyebrows, the other side of the eye socket. I'm gonna draw the iris. So what I like to do when I draw the iris is to make the top side really dark, the upper side dark, and that will follow the pupil as well. So all of this area is going to be in the same shadow, just like this. And the pupil is going to be the darkest. Yeah, I'm gonna shade here as well, because this area is turning away from the light source. The bottom eyelid. Okay, on the side plane. But I'm not going to overshade the face. So the lips are usually darker than the rest of the features because of that skin tone. The bottom plane is in the dark. Here I'm gonna just put everything in the same value. Even this area. And we're going to follow the skin like this. Okay, and now it's time to shade the hair. So I'm gonna go dark. Alright, so I'm gonna blend all of this. And look how I changed the direction of my strokes. Some lines I make them upside down, other lines they are diagonal. So it depends on the direction of the skin and also the plane that you're trying to draw. So some planes they are facing sides, other planes they are straight and looking at us, while other planes are extreme, like in here they are extreme, and there are also some soft edges. So these are things that you have to take into consideration when you shade. So there is highlight here, another highlight on the nose. I'm gonna add a few more details on the hair, and then we are good to go. So I'm gonna add some highlights. So no need to add too many details on the hair. I feel like this is enough. So the drawing is pretty much over. I can keep adding more details and spend more minutes on the drawing, but I'm okay with this. So yeah, this is how I draw portraits, but it's not the only way. There are many other ways to get the proportions and the structure, but most of the time this is my approach. Okay, so the drawing is over. As I said, I can spend more minutes and more hours to refine the drawing. I really hope you liked the video, and I hope you have learned something from this video. If you did so, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. So thanks so much guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.